sister, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright, and I thought I'd tell you.
There is a light inside of you, brother, and I don't know if you know there's a light inside of you so bright, and I thought I'd tell you.
There is a love inside of your heart, and I don't know if you know there's a love that is so strong, and I thought I'd tell you.
There is a strength inside of your soul, and I don't know if you know there's a strength inside of your soul. I just thought I'd tell you.
There is a power inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a power inside of us all, and it's time to celebrate. Celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate. Celebrate your life. Celebrate. Celebrate now. Celebrate. Won't you celebrate? Celebrate. Shine your light and celebrate. 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 There is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright, and I thought I'd tell you. There is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light inside of us all, and I thought I'd celebrate. Celebrate. Come on now. Celebrate. Lift your light and celebrate. Come on and celebrate. Everybody celebrate. Lift your love light. Celebrate. Come on and celebrate. Everybody just celebrate. Here we go. There is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright, and I thought I'd tell you. There is a light inside of us all, and I don't know if you know there's a light that is so bright, and it's time to celebrate.
Aloha.
Aloha.
We're so happy. I think I just dropped something, but we're so happy that you're here to celebrate with us. Thank you for being here at Unity Church of Hawaii this morning. We'd like to now invite you to please stand, and we're going to sing another song, a call and response song by Ricky Beyer called Holy, Holy Way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh,
me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Woo! Let me love in a holy, holy way. Absolutely. Good and glorious morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Church of Hawaii. We're centered in God. We elevate global consciousness through the realization of oneness. I am so delighted to be your platform assistant today. But more than that, absolutely more than that, I am overwhelmed with joy to be back home in the land of aloha after my summer in Alaska and to see each and every one of you, my spiritual ohana, shining your lights as the love of who you are. And if you're new here to Unity or need a refresher course, Unity is an all-inclusive spiritual education, healing movement where we welcome all people on all spiritual paths. We celebrate diversity. And our co-founders, Myrtle and Charles Fillmore, they knew about that. And they went out and shared this principle, this universal principle of oneness. They went out into the world and they taught and they shared the truth of who they were by teaching others to teach them to learn the truth about who they were. And they did this through what we call positive affirmations. An affirmation is not just a word, it's not just a sentence. It's actually claiming the truth of who we are. It's a powerful sentence. It's a present sentence. It's positive. It's not something that's out there in the future for us. It's not something that happened yesterday. It's something that we're claiming about us today so that we can bring the truth of who we are into that heart space, into our inner consciousness. So let's journey together with an affirmation today. If you will, repeat after me. I am powerful. I am peaceful. I am peaceful. Let's put that together. I am a powerful, peaceful person of God. Together. I am a powerful, peaceful person of God. Yes, we are. So take your powerful, peaceful selves and stand as you are able and greet your neighbor with love and aloha. Thank you so much.
Now, don't you sit down. I want you to keep standing as you are able, because we're going to go into a song that really claims that we're going to say yes to God. We're going to say, yes, God, yes. Here we go.
Yes, God, yes, to your will and to your way. Oh, yes, God, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, God, yes. God, I give you all my thanks for all you've given me. You have filled my life until I overflow. All I have is yours to use in any way you choose. You are Lord of all, so how can I say no? I say yes, God, yes, to
yes, God, yes. Yes, God, yes, to your will and to your way. Oh, yes, God, yes, I will trust you and obey. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes, God, yes. When your spirit speaks to me, with my whole heart I'll agree, and my answer will be yes. Oh, my answer will be yes. Oh, my answer will be yes. God, yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Samar, and it's so good to have all of you here. I'm Reverend Tim Lytle, Senior Minister here at Unity Church of Hawaii. And if this is your first time here or first time since I've been here, we especially wish to give you a warm aloha. Yeah, it is fall, but it's a warm aloha, isn't it? And I am so happy that you are all here. Thank you for being here. I do want to give a shout out to Reverend Brenda Strickland, who is here. Brenda, good to have you here. Thank you. Wow. We love Brenda. It's so good to have you here. Thank you for being with us. And so if this is your first time or first time since I became the senior minister here, we have some gifts for you. Our ushers already, we have gifts. We have kukui nutlei. We have packets that have a free breakfast pass, because right down here in our courtyard, we have an amazing breakfast. So you can get a free breakfast today. So if this is your first time here or first time since I have been here, would you honor us, please, by standing? Any of you? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being here. It's so awesome to have all of you here. We're bringing to you now the kukui nutlei, which represents the light of the world. And if you don't mind, remain standing. If you don't mind, if you wish to sit, you may. But the kukui nutlei represents the light of the world that you are. And inside that packet, again, is that free breakfast pass. So let's get the energy going. We're going to give a love blast here. You can remain standing. That'd be awesome if you're open to it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no coercion in spirituality. Okay. You got it going? Because I want to give a really, really good one. Okay. Repeat after me. We bless you. We bless you. We recognize who you really are. You are the love, the light of God. You are the love, the light of God. Here on this planet. To do amazing things. And we are here to love you, to support you, to celebrate you. Welcome to Unity. Thank you for being here. Awesome. So good to have all of you here. And if we haven't connected yet, feel free to come up to the front of the line at the end of the service so we can meet. But I want to make sure that you can get down here to the breakfast to get your free breakfast. And so if you see someone with the kukui nutlei on, make sure they get to the front of the line and welcome them and greet them. And we certainly hope that you come back to be with us. Thank you for coming. We also have people who watch us as love streamers. They watch us on Alelo television. They watch us on our YouTube channel. We have thousands of people each month who watch us on the YouTube channel from countries all over the world. Our second largest country is India, but there's a lot of other countries that watch us as well. And people watch us on our website because we archive these services as well as showing them live. And we have people who listen to us on KSUN Radio in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, I love Kansas. So we want to give a shaka to all of our wonderful love streamers. Thank you for joining us. We're so grateful for you. And we know that wherever you are, all of God is. There is no distance between you and I, because all of God is fully and completely present right where you are. You can't escape it. You don't have to earn it. It's right there because you are part and parcel of God. You are that amazing self-livingness of the presence of God, here to create and do something amazing. And we are here to support you, to love you, and to celebrate you. Let's give them some love. Thank you. So helping us today on the platform is Cindy Hensley, religious science practitioner, and also helping us with the daily word and the meditation is our prayer chaplain, Brian Toucheron. We're so grateful for them. Cindy?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, it is the time you've all been waiting for. It is announcement time. Everything you want to know Unity is right here in this handy-dandy little booklet. So if you want to follow along with me in your booklet or follow along behind us on the platform, it'll tell you what's coming up. First and foremost, we have 8, not 7, not 6, but 8 more days in September, an opportunity for you to not only live aloha, but give aloha. Foodland is offering up many, many nonprofits throughout the entire state of Hawaii an opportunity to give extra to the nonprofit of their choice. And Unity Church of Hawaii is partaking in this chance. So this morning I thought, how does this thing work? So I live by a Foodland. I drive by it every day, right? So I'm like, I'm going to check it out so I can tell my friends and family how easy it is. So I went into Foodland, got myself a little something, went to the checkout stand, and I said, hey, can I do that whole give aloha thing? And they said, yes, you can. What is your magic number? And I said, are you ready? My magic number is 77571. Oh, and Ralph's going to sing it to us, just in case you haven't got it.
77571.
So that's really it. I'm just saying. So you just give them that magic number. Now, if you can't sing and remember that like Ralph does, right there at the checkout counter, there's a little yellow piece of paper. You open it up. You find Unity Church in Hawaii. It's alphabetized for you. It has the number. You, too, can do this. So at the end of the month, what's happening is Foodland's going to tally up all of the givings, and then they so generously are going to donate a portion of that giving back to us. It's like double the giving. You cannot go wrong here. You cannot go wrong here. 8 more days for you to partake in this. All right. Next up, we have... Okay, where's the drum roll? We need a drum roll. Town hall meeting today at 1 o'clock. So after service today, please go down and enjoy some delicious breakfast. It's happening. And then come on back for the town hall meeting. It's an opportunity for us to hear what's going on right here in our spiritual ohana. It's an opportunity for you to listen to our beloved president. Where is she? She was in the room. There she is, Joanne Adams. She's going to be there for the town hall meeting today to tell us what's been going on. And it's an opportunity for us to share our voices. So if you've got something you want to say, come on down. You too can have a microphone just like this. It's powerful. All right. So don't be, Reverend's afraid over here. Okay, this is my favorite announcement right here. The pet blessing. The first week of October, the second week from now, after this service, the 11 o'clock, Reverend Tim's going to don his St. Francis attire and join us in the courtyard for a pet blessing. Oh, so okay, this is what it looks like. Fur family, feathered family, finned family, whatever kind of family you want to bring that day on a leash, maybe like a nice little cage, maybe in a fishbowl, whatever it looks like. Bring it on down, and we're going to do a pet blessing. It's going to be amazing. Now, if you're thinking, I don't want to bring my fishbowl, don't make me do it. It might splash. My Nemo might get a little bit too hot. You're jiggling up in the ride. Just take a picture of Nemo. And Rev just got to get a piece of this action. Go, get on in there.
Got to. So, hey, Todd. Hey, thank you. All right, so animals that get along well with each other. Animals that get along around lots of people on a leash or in a container. So housebroken, if not in a container. Another great option is you can bring their beautiful smiling faces on a picture on your phone or however we do blessings that way. We want our animal friends to be as happy as we are. So we don't want them scared. You know your animals. So, all right, and we'll be doing that out in the courtyard. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Tim. And not lastly, however, next we have our spiritual enrichment and education classes. Those are starting the first week of October. If you have not had an opportunity to dive in deep into the C week, now is your opportunity. We have got lots of teachings throughout the week, beginning on Saturday, skipping Monday because it's a holiday, beginning again on Tuesday and going through Friday, the first week of October. So again, many classes, many different opportunities. I know we have licensed Unity teacher June Dillinger teaching. I know that we have Reverend Gio and Eric Belair is on island. I know that we have the beautiful Reverend Margie Hyatt, front row, front and center, teaching a class. Oh, there she moved on me. There she is. Thank you, Reverend Margie. So again, if you've not, and Catherine Burton, can you just stand real quick? Catherine is actually down at Connection Central signing people up for C Week. So please avail yourself to this opportunity to get spiritually enriched just a little bit more. And now it is my honor to introduce our next speaker for an amazing, amazing announcement. The gentleman, Jubilee John Ohuna. You're up, my friend. Come on down.
God answers prayers in the morning. God answers prayers at noon. God answers prayers in the evening. So we keep our hearts in tune. You know, the Bible says obedience is better than sacrifice. In fact, you just sang the song, Yes, God, yes. Now, if you think this is a promo for the 85th anniversary cleanup this coming Saturday, from 8:30 to 11:30, you're mistaken. This is a promo for obedience. If God tells you to come and to fellowship with us this Saturday, you would certainly be an answer to our prayer. However, I can guarantee that if God is telling you to participate, He most definitely has an answer to your prayers. So please don't run over one another when you're signing up at the Connection Central. And oh, by the way, our 3-hour play day, it's not a work day. Who likes to work? Our 3-hour play day will be followed up with pizza and salad lunch. So thank you in advance for joining us this Saturday. Have a great day.
Thank you, John. And now, our beloved Reverend.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we will live in harmony, and peace will come, 'cause we are one.
As we take a deep breath, we know where we are, God is. I invite you to take a deep breath, relax if you wish. You can close your eyes or relax your gaze and know right where you are, God is. All of God is fully present. The love, the life, the guidance, the peace that God is present right where you are. So for a few quiet moments, we lift up the intentions, the requests, the prayers of our hearts. God, we know that your anointing is on this service. The music, the spoken word, all that is done here. We are here for you. We are here to express that divine presence living in us. We open ourselves as we go deeper into the daily word and meditation, knowing that where you are, there we find peace. And we give thanks and we say together, and so it is. Amen.
The Daily Word is a Unity publication that you can purchase your copy down at Connection Central. And the Daily Word for today is let go and let God. And the affirmation for today is, I release fear-based reactions and allow infinite love to fill me. Let's allow infinite love to fill us now as we state this affirmation of truth together. I release fear-based reactions and allow infinite love to fill me. Each day brings new adventures in being. Keeping up with the schedule I compile for myself each morning could become a challenge as the day unfolds. Facing challenges and making choices are essential elements in fulfilling the purpose that brings me, a spiritual being, into human form. Every loving choice represents another step towards the transformation of this world into the new dimension that Jesus Christ called the kingdom of heaven. Jesus also said, I can do nothing on my own. John 5:30. And I remember those words as I face every challenge. I gently release fear-based thoughts that crowd my mortal mind and allow the infinite love within me to guide me to my highest good. And from Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5, trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not rely on your own insight. Now we may step into this ever-present stillness and silence. You may close your eyes or dim your gaze and allow the divine essence of God that shines forth in, through, and as you to unfold through your heart, through your mind, through your body, through the essence of your soul, and allow you to stand forth rooted in God's divinity, in God's greatness, knowing that you are in the one presence and the one power that is active in the universe and as your life. We now allow this presence, this perfection to unfold. We release all things that no longer serve us, standing forth in the presence of God, allowing the kingdom of heaven that resides within our essence, resides within our being, to stand forth and emanate the perfection of God here and now. With endless love and joyful givings, we stand in this silence and we allow the harmony of God to unfold. We now awakened, realized, and remembered that the divine Christ Krishna consciousness dwells within us, that we can access it by choosing, by practicing, by being the active, conscious beings that reside and choose to be that which is the divinity of their hearts. choose to be the divinity of their souls, expressing in and as the presence of God here and now, in this and every other present moment. And with that, we unwrap the gift of our hearts, the present that is here now. And we unfold the God consciousness that we are. And we say, thank you, God. And so it is.
I have the pleasure of writing this song with Faith Rivera, who you've seen.
There's a burning feeling in the bottom of your soul that only your heart understands. Everybody's got a little love inside to give away. All you really need is a chance. Time is wasted. You don't have to wait another minute. So let your dreams take you to the you never had a moment in your life when you were free enough to let yourself go. It's okay to take a little leap of faith sometime. How will you ever know? The world is waiting for you to share the gifts that you've been given. It's never too late for a new beginning. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let the light shine on. Shine on, oh, oh. Shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Open up now. Open up and let your light shine on. Break out, break through. Break out, break through. Ooh. Break out, break through. Ooh. 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 Time is wasted. You don't have to wait another minute to let your dreams take living. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Oh, oh. Shine on, shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Open up now. Open up and let your light shine on. Break it down now. Open up and let your light shine on. Let it shine now.
Open up and let your light shine on.
Let it shine now.
Open up and let your light shine on.
Let's take it home now. Open up and let your light shine on. Open up and let your light shine on. Open up
And let your light shine on.
Open up and let your light shine on.
Awesome. Thank you, Harold Payne, Dan Del Negro, Kevin, Dean, Bonnie B in the house on the drums. All right, good to have you all here. Thank you for being here. Well, that's good. You know, a little reggae type feel there. Keeping the light in doesn't work very well. Your light is wanting to express. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 5 that you are the light of the world. Now, he was not talking to a select group of people. He was talking to just a mass of hundreds, thousands of people who had collected. And he said, you are the light of the world. Not just the people who have certain special qualities, but each one of us has come into this world to be the light. So it's up to us to let it shine. Let it shine on. You are here to shine brightly. I like what Marianne Williamson said, that it's not the fear of failure that we face, but the fear of our own light. Your light is that presence of God within you that is here to shine. And we are here to allow it, to encourage it. And by spiritual practice, we can take away some of that dirt and some of that stuff that's been covering it up so that that real light can shine forth. Because you're amazing. Repeat after me. It's part of the practice, okay? Repeat after me. I am amazing. The presence of God is in me. The presence of God is living itself as me. When I see myself in the mirror, I say, I'm amazing. Now just let that soak in. That's part of the practice. Some people wonder, what do we mean by affirmations and denials? Well, an affirmation is like what we were just doing there. That's a way to do a treatment on our subconscious mind, because our subconscious mind has lots of programming. Because we've come into this material conditioning, into this world, we have all this programming that people have laid on us. Sometimes it's the programming of, you're not enough, you'll never measure up. Sometimes it's the programming of, oh, you need to do this and do more and do that and do this. Whatever the programming is for you, the presence of God wants to clean and clear up that programming. Have you ever had a computer that had all these viral programs going on and it was just weighing down? You know, one time I turned on my computer and pictures started to pop up, and trust me, they were not pictures that I wanted to download. That's what happens in our mind when we are just sleepwalking in this material conditioning, not aware that even our own thoughts are not ours. Because we're in this soup of human consciousness, and we're just trying to find our way home to find out who we really are. So we're looking today at the yoke's on you. I'm just yoking. The yoke's on you. A yoke is something that, is put on oxen or bulls or whatever to pull a plow or to pull a cart. And the idea of it, you can see that pictured here, is they're in union with whatever it is they're pulling. And that's really where that word yoke comes from. It's to be united. Now, if you take the word back far enough, I love to study words. And if you take the word back far enough, if you go through the Latin and go through the German and go through all that, and get back there to the Sanskrit word for yoke is, thank you. The first service didn't know this. Maybe you all are just much more awake. The Sanskrit word is yoga. That's the Sanskrit word for yoke. Yoga. It means union, to be connected with. And so yoga is a means of connecting with the divine, connecting with our true self, being in union. And so we want to look at something Jesus said. All right? This comes from Matthew chapter 11. Come to me, and I will give you rest. And I forgot to say this. So, everybody comes into this world with a yoke. It's just that some people's yoke is really, really heavy. I mean, sometimes you look at a person and you can tell their yoke is heavy. It's like, how are you doing? I'm fine. Are you sure? Yeah, pretty good. And they're so used to it, they don't even know the difference until, every one of us has a yoke. But what Jesus is saying here, come to me and I will give you rest, all of you who work so hard beneath a heavy yoke. I like the translations to say, take my yoke upon you. And I like translating that to its meaning, take my yoga upon you. Take my path, take my discipline, this life of bhakti, this life of service, this life of devotion, this life of really being open and completely surrendered to God, because that is our true nature. Our true nature is that divine presence. And when we are just trying to immerse ourselves in distractions, and I'm not against entertainment, I'm not against money, I'm not against material stuff, but when that is what our life is centered around, we find ourselves being miserable and just wanting more and more and more, thinking that somehow that will cure us. But the fact is, we do not experience true joy until we come into alignment with our true nature. Our true nature is divine. It's not until we come into alignment with that and surrender to it and open ourselves to it that we find real joy. So that's what Jesus is talking about. Wear my yoke, take my yoga upon you. I like this part, for it fits perfectly. Have you ever tried to do something that just didn't fit? You know? You thought you'd try it, and then you thought, man, I'm never going to do this again. Jesus says, it fits perfectly. Let me teach you, for I am gentle and humble, and you shall find rest for your souls. For I give you only light burdens. That is, this is a spiritual path. Okay, we're doing practice, the practice. All right? So, here's another affirmation of a sort. And I'll say it first, and then you will say it together. Okay? You ready? Spirituality is not a spectator sport. Let's say that together. Spirituality is not a spectator sport. Let's say it again. Spirituality is not a spectator sport. Thank you. Oh, you did that so beautifully. As you will hear in the town hall meeting, in a little while, I'll be talking some about looking at the idea of being a mission-centric church. That is, where everything that we do and everything that we decide and how we meet and how we relate to each other is all centered in a mission that pulls all of us in the same direction. Like I was explaining to some people this last week, when I worked in psychiatry for 12 years, I was under clinical supervision of a PhD psychologist and a nurse specialist in psychiatry. And so the psychologist had been studying dog psychology. You got a dog? Okay. So, dogs in the backyard, you know, one of them's chewing the siding off the house. One of them is chasing its own tail. They're sometimes barking at each other or fighting with each other. That's how people are when they don't have a common mission. Chasing their own tail, fighting with each other, chewing the siding off the house. Get it? So, now, I'm vegetarian, okay? I don't wish any harm to animals, but just to stay with the story. So, the psychologist said, but you take a squirrel and you throw the squirrel into the yard with all these dogs. Suddenly they're on point. Suddenly they all have a common mission. Suddenly they're all united. They're not fighting with each other. They're not like trying to, let's discuss 25 different ways of doing things. They're all on target. That's mission-centric. In case you wondered what mission-centric means. So, the practice of spirituality is orienting ourselves around our spiritual mission, our spiritual path. Today is the disappearance day of Haridasa Thakur. Now, disappearance day, like when he made his transition, when he passed from this life. Haridasa Thakur was a very unique guy. He had grown up in a Muslim family, Muslim home, and he became enamored with Krishna consciousness and started chanting. And he would chant the names of God 300,000 times a day before he would eat. Yeah? I mean, that's pretty disciplined, I think. Yeah, that's a lot. And, you know, some of us think 16 rounds is a lot. So, the person who was in charge of that area, one of the Muslim leaders, this is about 500 years ago, called him in and said, "What's this? Are you changing face on us? Have you become Hindu? What's up with this?" Now, Haridasa Thakur said, "Hey," now this is all in my own words, okay? "Hey, chill. It's like anybody who is following their spiritual path and addressing God, however they are doing it in their spiritual path, whatever that name for God is, they are addressing the same God. There's only one God, so what are you all upset about?" Well, because he said, yeah, but I'm still upset at you, so either stop doing it or I'm going to kill you. There's a moment of decision. What is my real mission? What am I really willing to live for or die for, you know? And again, in my own words, Haridasa Thakur said, "Well, you can chop me up in 1,000 different pieces, but I'm going to still keep chanting." And so the leader had him taken out. And the leader said to the soldiers, "Beat this guy to death, would you? Beat him to death." And so they beat him, and they thought he was dead. And they thought, I think he's Hindu, so let's throw him in the Ganges. So they threw him in the Ganges River. He makes this amazing recovery and comes back. And at this point, the leader that had ordered him to be killed, I mean, he's like, "I'm so sorry. I was messed up. I'm so sorry." And other people came and apologized and all that. Now, my point in telling that story is, how strong is your practice? Are you consistent? Is it a daily practice? Like, do you have a daily time of meditating? Do you have a daily time of spiritual reading? Are there ways in which you're practicing? I used to play basketball. Well, I still do when I have the chance. And I would practice for hours and hours. I lived in Wichita, Kansas, and in wintertime, there's ice on everything, ice on the backboard. I'm out there. I'm practicing. Outside with a coat on or whatever. I'm practicing hours and hours so that it would become natural. Spiritual practice is about uncovering that which is already in us and is desiring to come out and desiring to express and desiring to touch this world. We tend to live in a spectator society. We love to watch sports, you know. We love to watch people. We love to be entertained. I mean, there's so much wonderful entertainment here in Honolulu, isn't there? Wonderful entertainment. And I think sometimes that kind of seeps into our spirituality, where we expect for someone to do all the work for us and puree it for us and then serve it to us with a silver spoon. Spirituality doesn't work that way. Again, let's say that statement. Spirituality is not a spectator sport. It's about our individual practice. Pursuing our path. Taking that yoga upon us. That yoga of service. I I don't know if you're called to come Saturday or not, or if you're called to be one of the hospitality people that are ushers and greeters, or to work in the kitchen, or however you may serve in the community or serve people in your lives. But service is a part of how we unlock and unleash that mighty potential within us. It's part of how we grow. It's by volunteering that I ended up getting back in the pastoral ministry. But don't let that scare you. Remember we sang that song, Yes, God, Yes? Be open. Say yes. Allow it. Just allow the process. You know? So service, our sacred study. If you're wondering, well, I don't know how to meditate. I don't know how to chant. I don't know how you do this stuff. Hey, we have classes. We have teachers. We talked today about SEE classes. Those are excellent means of study. There are those of us who would love to work with you one-on-one or refer you to places where you can learn. Hey, that's what we're here to do, is to help you to unfold and to awaken and to be your true spiritual self. That's why we're here. All the other stuff, like money and business and all those decisions, those are important. And they are subservient to our true mission to help people to awaken. If it doesn't have anything to do with that, I kick it out and I rebuke it. This is nothing to mess with. We're not here for entertainment, and offering is not the tip. Well, unless you tip like 20% or something. Anyway, we are here to practice spiritually. You know, I found myself saying a couple of times today, introducing myself to people and then explaining that I'm the minister here. But as soon as I say that, there's this niggle, this thing inside of me that's like, so each time I said it, I said, well, all of us are ministers. And I'm the guy who talks up front. But all of us are ministers. All of us are here to minister. All of us are here to unleash that potential. All of us are here for the spiritual journey. Until we are on our spiritual path, it's very, very difficult to find our way home, because home is God. That's our essence. You're not going to find it in entertainment. Entertainment's great, but you're not going to find it there. We're here to be completely submitted and open to the presence of God. I'm going to tell one more story. Second service, I have a little more time. Okay, so I study this series of books. Okay, this series of books. I mean, there's volumes and volumes of them from these Sanskrit Vedic scriptures, the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad what? Anyway, Srimad Bhagavatam. And so in Canto 8, we just celebrated this guy. Okay. There was this wonderful incarnation that came into our world. Anamadeva. And he came as this brahmachari, you know, like this priest-like looking guy, but short, a dwarf. But he was actually the presence of God. He was Vishnu, he was Krishna. And so he's talking to this ruler that like ruled, oh my goodness, all the universe and stuff. And this person who, even though he is from a family of demons, it's a great story. You ought to get into these. They're cool. And he said, hey, I'll give you whatever you want. And he said, oh, I only want to take whatever I can get in 3 steps. 3 steps. That's all I want. Oh, you're not asking wisely. That's not enough. Anyway, I'm going to shorten this story. So in the first 2 steps, he encompassed all of the entire universe. And then he's coming to the king and he's like, well, what's up? 2 steps, I got everything, the whole universe, and you promised me 3. He had him arrested. Now, it's all part of the deal. It was bringing forth his devotion, okay? So, here is Bali Maharaj. He's tied up with these snake ropes. And he said, okay, you took everything, all of the universe with 2 steps. With your 3rd step, take me. Put your foot on my head. Take me. I love that story because it's about completely surrendering to our spiritual path, being completely available instead of holding back. What are we holding back for? I mean, I don't get it. What? I mean, you think you can take it like your money or your entertainment with you? I don't know. Do you? What are we holding back for? Why not be all that we are created to be? Why not make this life the one where we are completely exploding with the love, the light of God? Why not make this life the one that counts? Why not go all out and take the yoke upon ourselves? The yoke's on you. Aloha.
We can watch a basketball game without being on the court. But spirituality is not a spectator sport. Even if you don't say God's name 300,000 times, you've got your own way to shine. Got some inspiration, loud and clear and strong beneath motivation. Now there's some changes going on. Gonna start a little fire, get my dream just a little bit higher. But that feeling in your gut is never wrong. We've all got something that we're passionate about. You gotta put in the sweat to get what you want to get, and turn that whisper into a shout. Oh, I'm gonna celebrate all the good things in my life. Gonna step away from whatever doesn't quite seem right. I ain't gonna wait my whole life long. I'm moving up and moving on. I am grateful for all the blessings that I have. I'm gonna be faithful. Oh, my dreams and plans. It's time to use these gifts I've got. Give my all, give it all. 'Cause everything I need is here in my hand. I'm gonna celebrate to celebrate. Good things in my life gonna step away from whatever doesn't quite seem right. I ain't gonna wait my whole life long. I'm moving up, hey. I'm moving up, yeah. I'm moving up and moving on, yeah. Hey, hey. I'm moving up and moving on, yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Harold and band. Wow. Awesome. So, we're giving from that place of love. We're giving from that place of light. We're not giving from a place of a consciousness of lack or limitation. We're giving from joy, right?
That's right.
Oh, let's try that again. We're giving from a place of joy, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, just want to make sure you're listening. So, we want to thank all of those who are watching online. If you wish to donate online, if you feel so called to do that, we're just grateful that you're here with us and that you have blessed us with your presence. And so as we take our tithes, our offerings in our hands, or if you wish, place it over your heart, repeat after me. I bless this offering with joy, knowing I'm celebrating abundance. And I am grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Amen.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. In the air like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a room.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here comes bad news, talking this and that.
Yeah.
Well, give me all you got and don't hold back.
Yeah.
I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine.
Yeah.
No offense to you, don't waste my time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a room.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do.
Happy.
Bring me down, can't nothing
Happy.
bring me down. My love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. My love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, because I'm clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you know what happiness is to you.
Because I'm happy.
Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Happy!
Thank you. So as we extend our hands to bless this offering, we bless this offering in the consciousness that it represents infinite substance of which there is no lack or limitation, recirculating the abundance that shows up as our lives. Knowing we are the light of the world, we go from here to be the light, and we are grateful. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Amen. And Harold Payne has some amazing CDs out here on the table. So if you want to get on his email list or get one of his CDs, he'd be more than happy to connect with you out here. Thank you for being with us, Harold. And we have some amazing prayer chaplains in the house. If our prayer chaplains would come up to the front, these prayer chaplains are here to know with you a 1-minute miracle. Hey, prayer chaplains, what's up? Oh, yeah, you can get the stole on now. And so they will know with you a 1-minute miracle, to know the truth with you and hold that in confidentiality. Yeah, thanks for joining the party. And they will, you can tell them what you're thankful for, you can tell them what you would like prayer for, whatever. And they will know the truth with you. Let's give some love to our prayer chaplains. Thank you. All right, it's been awesome to have you all here. If we haven't connected yet, if you want to come up to the front of the line at the end of the service, you can do that, or I'll run down to the courtyard to make sure I find you. And it's so good to have you here. Let's stand and join hands as we sing together our peace song and Aloha Oi.
And let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Streamers.
Happy anniversary to the Dentons.
Love
Happy
you.
anniversary.